Joining us today for Primetime Local News is Edmonton-born artist Taylor Ray. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So you've had a big start to your music career by seeing your Backseat Driver album reach #6 on the iTunes country chart and your single called Hellbent make it to #11. What's your reaction to seeing how far your work has come?
It's pretty crazy. I think with music, especially, you just really never know how something's going to be received because it is so subjective. And obviously, I'm biased, so I love whatever I put out. so, so seeing it be so well received is pretty amazing. It's definitely validating, which I think as an emerging artist is really nice to have a bit of.
How did your journey begin with your music career? Was this always your passion to become a country/pop artist?
Definitely. I mean, I started out singing with my dad. We had this big system set up in the basement. So he would just put on like Garth Brooks, Shania Twain, Martina McBride, and I would basically just try and sing it. And when I was about 14, he was just kind of like, Tay, you've got a pretty good voice if you want to try taking this to the next level. Obviously, you have to take the reins, but we will support you the whole way if you want to. And yeah, it was really just from there. I went to school for arts and entertainment management just to learn that business side of it, and then ended up just starting a band and trying to play as much as I could.
And we know with your past projects that you have been quite successful with them. Would you be able to expand on what awards you've exactly received?
Yeah, so well, I was nominated for BCCMA, BC Country Music Association Emerging Artist of the Year. And that was the year that I released my debut album. So that was pretty amazing. But right before I released the album, I actually won the 2018 Breakthrough Project. So basically, you get a big grant and get to use it how you need to develop your career. So I basically put that towards the album.
Would you be able to give us a bit more detail on your newest single, Are You Still Up, that was released on October 1st?
Yeah, Are You Still Up was a song that I really did not expect to have the opportunity to record. It was written by Carly Pierce, Phil Barton, and Adam Argyle. And those are some writers that I really have looked up to. So to have the opportunity to put my voice and my spin on a song like that was pretty amazing. And it definitely felt like a game-changing moment, I guess, when I went into the studio with Dan Swinimer and Tavish Crow. It was really cool because they're just so in it. They're so well versed in where country music is right now. And so getting that song and pairing it with those producers, I think really made for an epic collaboration.
Since your music career has started, how has support been around you for this?
Amazing. It's definitely, I've watched it grow with like the bigger shows and stuff, and people actually having the opportunity to fly in and come see them. And because we started out in the bars, which every now and then you still play, which are great. But I remember with my release show, we released the album, and then the next day we had this massive release show, and we had about 50 people from Alberta fly out to come see this show. And it was just this really amazing moment where all of these people who had been kind of there along the way in different spots, everybody was in the same room at the same time. And it was just, yeah, and the support was just endless. It's so cool.
And after having such a successful start to your music career and with all your past projects, are you hoping there's a message that your fans and listeners will get out of listening to this newest single?
I think with Are You Still Up, it's such a relatable feeling. I feel like at nighttime, if you feel not even just with relationships, with your life, with work, when things feel heavy, they always feel heavier at nighttime. And you start asking those questions, and then there's a line in the songs that says like, I know when the sun rises, I'll be okay. And that's such a fact. I think sometimes you just have to think, okay, wait it out until the sun comes up and then make a sound decision on what you want to do, because everything just seems brighter the next day.
Is there anything else you'd like to add for people to know about?
I think just keep an eye out for music to come. It's going to be, Are You Still Up is going to be going out to radio at the end of October. So when that happens, obviously there will be stuff all over my social media, and we can push those radio stations to play it.
Perfect. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining me today, Taylor Ray.
Thank you so much.